Welcome to Hidden Empires, the channel that uncovers the untold stories of self-made billionaires. From toy sellers to tech visionaries, from forgotten failures to global empires, we reveal the strategies, risks, and turning points that built fortunes.
In the late 1980s, a young man named Nathan Kirsh found himself in a small South African town, far from the bright lights of New York City. But Natty had a big dream. He wanted to build a business that would one day supply the entire Big Apple with the ingredients it needed to keep its restaurants and delis stocked with fresh food. And though no one could see it at the time, the quiet kid from South Africa would soon become the secret ingredient to New York's culinary success, earning him a fortune in the process. Before we dive into this week's story of the mysterious billionaire who feeds New York, if you're not already part of our community, consider subscribing so you don't miss out on our newest stories. Also, if you enjoy our stories, please support us. Now let's begin. Nathan Kirsh grew up in a small farming town in South Africa. His early life was shaped by scarcity. His parents ran a modest business, and Nathan learned that food wasn't just sustenance, it was survival. After studying at the University of the Witwatersrand, he started in the milling business, grinding wheat into flour for bakeries and corner shops. But it wasn't long before he hit a wall. When apartheid-era trade restrictions and economic instability hit, his flour business struggled to scale. He faced the reality that competing in a commodity market was a losing battle. So at the age of 28, Kirsh made a pivotal decision that would change everything. In 1989, he moved to the United States and began exploring new opportunities. Then he had an oh-no moment. He realized there were no large-scale wholesalers supplying the New York area with groceries. Restaurants and small food businesses were forced to visit multiple suppliers to meet their needs. This inefficiency became Kirsh's inspiration. He started small, renting a small warehouse and using it to stock everyday essentials like rice and beans. But it wasn't long before he expanded his offerings to include produce, dairy, and meats. This marked the beginning of Kirsh's empire, a wholesale food distribution network that would eventually come to be known as Jetro Cash and Carry. In 1994, he acquired Jetro Cash and Carry and Restaurant Depot, which at the time had only 2 locations. Kirsh saw potential in the business model, but it was far from his ultimate vision. Over the next few years, he worked tirelessly to grow the company, opening new locations and expanding its product lines. By the year 2000, Jetro Cash and Carry had become the largest distributor of groceries in the New York area, supplying over 35,000 restaurant owners, deli managers, and caterers. By 2009, the company had over 40 locations. Yet despite its massive growth, the public knew little about the company or its founder. During this time, media attention was focused on other rising food industry giants like Costco and Walmart. But while those companies were grabbing headlines, Kirsh was quietly amassing a fortune. He took the company public in 2016, marking the first time he and his investors saw a return on their decades-long investment. Since then, his net worth has skyrocketed to several $billion, making him one of the richest men in the world. Today, Kirsh's company supplies more than 80% of the food consumed in New York restaurants, making it an essential part of the city's culinary ecosystem. From the pizza in Little Italy to the bagels in Soho, the produce in Chelsea Market, and the seafood in Chinatown, chances are that what you eat in New York has been touched by Cash and Carry. Despite his massive success, Kirsh remains a humble man. He's known for driving a Toyota and dressing modestly, preferring to stay out of the public eye. For Kirsh, success wasn't about fame or fortune, but about building a business that brought value to customers and created jobs. So the next time you enjoy a meal at your favorite New York restaurant, take a moment to appreciate the man who may have made it possible. You can also subscribe so you won't miss out on our newest stories. Now, here's a question for you. What do you think is the most important quality for success? Is it ambition, hard work, or something else entirely? Let us know in the comments. And if you enjoyed this story, you might also like another story about an unusual billionaire, Weird Al Yankovic. He's a billionaire who got rich making fun of pop culture.
We hope that you enjoyed this episode. Please subscribe, like, and comment so others might find and enjoy these videos. Go to description below for more resources and information. Thanks for your time.